Älvdans is a Swedish word. It refers to the low-lying fog that rises and hangs in summer or autumn. Directly translated, it means elf dance or fairy dance, for it was once believed that the invisible folk danced along the meadows, and this was their mark on the world, fleeting, eerie, and glowing. Sagittarius, hello, and welcome to your winter 2022 into 2023 shapeshift reading. We are looking at the shape you're shifting out of, the shape you're shifting into, and what that shapeshift might look and feel like as we transition into a new calendar year. I'm your reader, Amanda, although I've been going by Andy lately and really loving that, so if you want to call me that, that'd be fun. I'm joined today by the Älvdansen Tarot by Araminta and Timothy Bilek. They used AI technology to contact the spirits of the Swedish elves, the Älvorna. So their lore and spirits are here in this deck with us to ask about your winter shapeshift. Already we split the deck on what looks like a very Sagittarian type energy to me. Loving that for you. Okay. The Wheel of Fortune, Jupiter. We are in your energy, that's for sure. Okay. What is the shapeshift that's here for Sag as we move into the 2023 year? It wanted to come out. That Wheel of Fortune, we'll definitely take it. Okay. Very interesting spread here. Let's look at this together. You have the Seven of Seeds. It says investing. You have the Three of Cups. It says ritual. And then you've got this Wheel of Fortune, the 10th spirit in the major arcana, right in the center. And that Wheel of Fortune can indicate like changes on the wind or spins of fate, or like being at a crossroads and potentially changing direction, like some sort of important directional or fated shift. Sagittarius is talked about as the seeker, and this doesn't have to mean like always seeking new adventures, although I think that can be a really strong Sagittarian trait. Sometimes it's like always seeking higher knowledge or seeking the next iteration of something. And so I'm wondering, Sag, if you're at another one of those crossroads moments, or like you can start to feel the shift towards your next expansion. And it has to do with sound investments and the rituals, the consistency that you can cultivate towards those long-term gains or long-term goals. So actually this is like such a classic like Western culture New Year's spread to me, because we're at that time in the calendar year where things shift into a new year. We have a new wheel that we're working with, and it's usually around that time of year where people change their commitments or renew their commitments, or at the very least, like look and evaluate the commitments they are making. And with investing and ritual, these are cards that are talking about commitment. What are you committing to consistently with ritual? This Three of Cups is a really magical card. We see people gathered together around something higher. They are gathering with specific intentions to access something higher, something beyond, through the only way they know how, which is a human way, you know, like this. I feel like these two cards together are really acknowledging what humans have to work with, which is largely earthly humanity, like physical bodied energies. And so it's like this baker here in the Seven of Seeds is like shoving their actual hands into dough, and you can see their eyes are closed. Their other hand is in this like position that feels like it's appealing to something higher. So it's almost like putting their hands in something to sense something else, or like to sense how it is working and how it might continue to work into the future. And the same thing is happening here. There are like these steps that we do together consistently, you know, every year or every month or every week, every day, Sag. You know, it's that kind of the things that we partake in as communities. Or of course you can have rituals with yourself or with your unseen, with the energies unseen that you make contact and strive to connect with daily, you know, like it's a deeply tangible, practical, and also spiritual ritual that you are investing in here, maybe with other people or maybe by yourself. I don't know, but whatever this is that you are like practicing every day, or like this consistent thing that you are committing to learning or understanding or contacting, connecting with, is creating some sort of change, expansion, maybe even shift in direction for you. Putting you on either a new path or the path that feels really right for you. So I don't really see this as like a classic shapeshift where you're like shifting out of this and into this. I see these two cards as working together to support whatever this larger shift is that's present here in the Wheel of Fortune. It's almost like these are the daily rituals and tangible concepts that you can invest in your human experience that are leading you towards a much maybe larger shift in your life. When major arcana energy comes out, like these tend to be archetypal or like bigger picture energies that are helping us in a much larger scale. And these micro, more immediate, tangible experiences that you have access to are serving that larger purpose. Which is really, I think, a deeply Sagittarian concept of like, what is the larger purpose of this? What is my larger purpose here? And it's sort of chicken or the egg here. It's like, by investing in something that I want to do consistently, will my larger purpose emerge, or do I need to have a handle on what my larger purpose is to know what to do with my daily life? This is a question that I have at this point in the reading, and we're going to have to investigate this a little deeper now in order to really see what is the relationship here between this larger shift, maybe in purpose or direction, and how that affects your daily commitments and rituals, and what it is you are investing your energy in. You know, what are you putting your body into, your hands into, and what larger purpose is it serving? Okay, I'm gonna leave you with this. I'm gonna read a little bit of the Wheel of Fortune here. In this deck, it's just called Fortune. From the guidebook, the Älvdansen Tarot guidebook. Let's understand this card a little deeper. It has spun since the dawn of time and will spin until the end of time. It is a wheel that turns on its own axis, always moving forward in one direction or another. Sometimes it speeds up, sometimes it slows down, sometimes it moves backward. The only thing you can be sure of is that no matter how fast it seems to turn, it never stops turning. And when it does stop, it begins again. Fortune is a spirit fixed on fate and consequences of one's actions. It says sometimes bad things happen to good people, and this is especially true when we ignore warnings. It tells us to be pragmatic and rational, and finally it tells us that life is too short to learn everything you could possibly know. A spirit foreseeing a situation from all possible angles and hedging bets. Okay, this is amazing, Sag. First of all, I feel like that's such a Sagittarian thing. A bit of advice to offer you, that like life is too short to learn everything you could possibly know and to learn everything it is you really want to know. So there is something in these cards about committing to specializing, you know, like what are you specializing in? What is it that you are committing to learning or mastering at this point in your life? Knowing that, of course, the wheel can turn again. The wheel can stop and start, and it can go the other way, and that you will never stop learning. But what is it that you are really digging your hands into and committing to at this stage, wherever you are in your life? I think another really important key that we're getting out of the Fortune card here is that it tells us about actions and consequences and to be pragmatic and rational. And there is something very pragmatic in these cards. A consistent ritual commitment is an investment. It is saying, okay, I am going to invest in something practical, something tangible and real that I can actually get my hands into. You know, like not just a concept or a dream. I am investing in something I can access right now where I am. Even if that's, you know, as pictured in this card, like learning to bake bread or, you know, whatever that is. Like, what are you making, baking, creating, cooking up in your life? And can you commit to the ritual of consistency? Because if you do, then you start seeing results, or like consequences. I think another word for that is just results. You know, it's much less biased. Like we think of consequences as negative, but consequences are just the result of your actions. Sometimes those results are favorable, sometimes, oh dang, you know? If you consistently, ritually invest in something, you are going to get maybe different results. Okay, we got to get into this now, Sag. So I'm gonna really focus now on asking the spirit in this card, the spirit of Fortuna, what this direction shift is for you, or what this shift in purpose is, and how that is affecting your daily commitments. And if you would like, if this is resonating for you so far and you would like to join me for the full reading, I invite you into the Shifting Space. This is an online community of spiritual seekers, esoteric sleuths, folks like yourself who are interested in using tarot and astrology to pinpoint the changes that are ready to be made in their lives and to use these tools to actually shift. We've got a very supportive community over there. There's a chat space where we talk about the shifts. We meet to see like how the zodiac signs are progressing through their shifts throughout the season. It's a really supportive space. So if you're looking for a space like that, explore it, check it out, discover it in the link in the video description box below. And if it's the right thing for you, I'll see you over there and we can unpack the rest of the cards for your winter shapeshift.